What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you represent. Family, smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. It does not necessarily mean that you agree with what's being said. It's only showing your support for me taking the time out of my busy schedule to bring you this information. Also, family, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. If you want to skip the line, you want to make sure your comments go noticed, you can jump into the super chat and I'll check the super chat out after I go in on this topic real briefly, and then I'll come back into the regular chat and we'll move along as such. Today, family, is one of those, there's no way around this. This is gonna be a sad show. We're gonna try to make it uplifting, but it's hard for me to talk about Bill Withers passing and not feel like a great sense of loss, because Bill Withers, like, he was that, like, the embodiment of an artist, like a pure artist. When you start thinking about songs like Just the Two of Us, what comes to mind? Think about that. The two of us, just the two of us. First thing that comes to my mind is someone that I deeply love, or someone that I'm deeply in love with, right? That's what comes to mind first for me. And so for some reason, you know, the news of his death, it really moved me, and it also invoked some emotions that I really didn't feel like that I would have. I didn't even really think about it, though. I never met Bill Withers. He's one of those people in the music industry who was aloof. He was very resigned to laying low, not really being on the scene and all that kind of stuff. You know, he stepped back from the music industry a long time ago when he was at the height of his career. He went in, got what he needed from the industry, and then he fell back and lived a nice, quiet life, you know, with his wife and children and the people that he loved. But the thing that was just, when I first heard Bill Withers sing, I was like, man, it resonated. His songs had a special connect, because when you listen to Bill Withers songs, it's like he takes you on a journey with the people that you love. Like, you're thinking of that neighbor in Lean on Me, right? You're thinking of a neighbor or a good friend. Just the two of us, someone you're in love with, someone who you love deeply. Grandma's Hands, you know, who could forget that? You know, you think of, you know, your mother, you know, Ain't No Sunshine. You know, that's the loss. That could be the loss of a person, you know, whether it be somebody that ain't never coming back because they've made the transition, or it could be a situation where, you know, it's the loss of someone that, you know, where you grew apart, right? A Lovely Day. And that was one of my favorite songs. I've shared Lovely Day on my Instagram page many times, because it's just one of those songs, man. If you could play every day to just, you know, with all of this negativity in the world, with all of the uncertainty in the world, play Lovely Day. And I mean, play it before you get on social media. It'll just lift your spirits. It's just a good, nice, wholesome, pure song. You know, when I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning bears heavy on my mind, then I think of you, and the world's all right with me. Just one thought of you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Bam! Come on, family. You gotta feel me on that one. You gotta feel Bill on that one. I mean, just the dude just had a way with words that very few artists had. Very few artists had that gift where he could really like just magically put words together and say exactly what you want to say or what you're feeling. That is artistry. That's wizardry. You know, like Stevie Wonder comes to mind when I think of that type of artist. I met Stevie. Stevie is my all-time favorite, by the way, all-time favorite. But Bill Withers is right there with the likes of Stevie Wonder and Smokey Robinson. These are musical geniuses. These are these dudes. I mean, God did something special with them. These dudes are so great, so talented. Put those words together. And I mean, they're not just artists. They're not just, you don't just give them something and they just start singing. No, these dudes had something in them that made them. They had a gift of words, you know, a gift to communicate people's emotions. And that's probably about the best way that I could describe somebody like Bill Withers. You know, once you hear Bill Withers, you know, he lingers, right? You know, his artistry was straightforward, yet simultaneously unforgivable, you know, unforgettable. I mean, you instinctively know that this dude cares, you know? Because when I listen to him, I'm like, man, this dude got, man, this man got God in him, man. You know, you got to have God in you know, to be able to come up with that kind of lyrics, you know, those type of lyrics, you know, strong soul, you know. And he left us an uncomplicated message, right? Think about what I'm saying. Very uncomplicated message. Just to care about each other. That's it. Think about all those songs. That's the commonality. That's the glue. Caring about each other. And don't we need some of that in these times, huh? Don't we need that? To hear this man speak of his grandmother, the fondness that he had of his grandmother in grandma's hands. You know, I heard that song coincidentally when I was actually living at my grandmother's house as a teenager. And it just connected. You know, grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. And I would always say Willie because, of course, you know, his name, you know, was Billy. And so, of course, you know, Willie is right there with Billy. So I would always say, grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She said, Willie, don't you run too fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma's hands. Man, that's strong. And that's how my grandmother would talk. Grandmothers would issue out a warning. You know, I had one of those old school grandmothers that would issue that warning out. And she was really a loving person, a real loving person that we admired, like the whole family, like my family actually admired my grandmother. And we put her on a pedestal, and she carried herself with dignity and class. And so that was reciprocated. And she loved all of us, and boy, it was a lot of us. I think I have about I have about 60 first cousins. Yes, it's a lot of us. So, you know, family gatherings could often, you know, look like a family reunion or something going on. But anyway, Bill Withers, he passed on, his family said, on Monday. But what was interesting is that they didn't make the announcement until Friday, which was odd to me. I don't know how they kept that a secret that long, but they did. And I want to read to you the family's statement of his passing. This is what they said. Then this is an excerpt. We are devastated by the loss of our beloved, devoted husband and father, a solitary man with a heart driven to connect the world at large with his poetry and music. He spoke honestly to people and connected them to each other. And that was Bill, that was Bill Withers. He did that. I mean, he did that. And these songs, I mean, he had like 6, like, I'm talking about 6 of them, not just 6 songs. You know, some people got music and the songs are big, but it's a big nothing. You know, like when I mean like, okay, it might be a big song and it's a big dance song. It don't really mean nothing. Okay, maybe it means something to the dance community because when you hear it, it makes you feel good and makes you want to move your bones. But Bill had those songs. He released 6 of the biggest, and I'm talking about and I'll tell you the biggest ones, but he had, all of his songs were like that. But here are 6 of the biggest ones that most people know. These songs were not just songs. They helped people through their day. They helped people get over traumatic experiences. They helped people through crisis situations. They helped people bond. This is the type of music that I've always respected. And this is like, I've always wanted to do this type of music. Now, Bill Withers has more, his style of this type of music is more concentrated, meaning that he does this more often than he does any other type of music. Stevie has this, but Stevie has a wider arsenal. Bill focused strictly on the human connection. Ain't No Sunshine, Lean on Me, Use Me. Who is he? And what is he to you? Oh man, I forgot about that one. Just the Two of Us and Lovely Day. Big, iconic songs that it don't matter how long humanity lasts, those songs will be there. Somebody will be waking up to Lovely Day 1,000 years from now. I don't know how they'll be playing it. You know, I don't know if they'll just think of it and it'll start playing and they'll hear it in their ear, you know, and nobody else can hear it. I don't know. But that is safe to say that those songs are going to be heard 1,000 years from now. Lean on Me. Come on, man. I absolutely love these songs. But what say you? Let me check out the chat and see what y'all saying. Eddie Willis, appreciate you, Eddie. I see you. Life Works. Thanks, Mr. Withers, for sending songs. We know our lives just be at ready, and we know our lives just be at ready, and let Jesus give you hope just to battle a great fight. I guess the gist of what you're trying to say. Serena, what's up, Serena? I feel Prince is right up there as well. What do you think? Prince is, of course, is a musical genius, so he's up there with all of the greats. But I'm talking about specifically this human connection type music, you know, where everything was like relationship based. Prince had a wider arsenal, just like I say Stevie Wonder. They're up there. Stevie is my, like I told you, Stevie is my all-time great. Like, he is Mount Rushmore to me, period. Right? But there's so many great artists that's come along. It comes down to preference, right? It just comes down to preference. And for me, it's Stevie because, primarily because that's what I played the most growing up. I played Stevie Wonder growing up. That's what I listened to the most. And to me, when you start talking about your top 5, top 10, top 20, one thing that all of these top whatever have in common is that whoever, it's all subjective. So one thing that I realize about it is that based on who you listen to the most, that's who's probably in your top 5, top 10, top 20 or whatever, right? So it's all subjective. It's hundreds of like great artists out there. So it just comes down to who you listen to the most. Okay, let's see. Is that Koskiasko, I guess? Koskiasko, Pat? What's up, Pat? Prevail on all outlets. Absolutely. Let's see. What's up, Sean? Sean Nickelberry, Detroit, Michigan, checking in. Rob Trimble. Bill was up there, absolutely. What is this? Guy Wilburn. Hey, Mr. Willie D. I'm almost 44 years old and can remember these songs when I was a little girl. They bring back so many memories, smiles. Yep. He's born and raised in Slab Fork, West Virginia. Humble beginnings and always seemed to have kept that humble nature. Yeah, Bill Withers is one of the guys I never got to meet that I wanted to meet. And when I say want to meet in the music industry, entertainment industry altogether, just a handful of people that I care to meet, period. And, you know, if I meet other people, that's fine or whatever, but I'm just saying people that I just really, really, really admired their work and that made an impact on me that I really wanted to meet. And you know, Bill Withers was one of those guys. In fact, my top 3 was probably Bill Withers, Stevie Wonder, and John Amos. Hadn't met John Amos yet. So I got to make something happen. I got to make something shake. In fact, I was actually planning on meeting him right before this virus broke out. I was going to go to LA. But I met Stevie Wonder. And the cool thing about meeting Stevie Wonder was that he is who I thought he was. You know, a lot of these artists you don't want to meet because they're not who they think you think they are. They will ruin your image of them. So it's best to keep your distance, like continue to maintain social distance with them if you ever come across them, because they'll probably ruin, you know, whatever image that you've conjured up about them. Most of them are not who you think they are. they're not who they are in their music, whether they're acting like they're caring or they're acting like they don't care. Whatever it is, they're just opposite of their public persona. Rainy J says, yeah, John's still around, hurry up. Yeah. Tracy Butler, hello from Birmingham, Alabama. Aaliyah met Stevie a few months before her passing. Yeah. Angie Brown says, wow, growing up in Louisiana as a kid, I remember hearing all of Bill Withers' songs on my mom's radio. Bring back so many memories. Bill had the ability to make simple words profound. That's what Michael Gosier says. Real talk, right? Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. He had the ability to make those simple words profound. You know, yeah. Yeah, man. That was a sad day. I heard about that yesterday. I was just, you know, really, really taken back. Let's see. Cynthia Reed from Indianapolis. What's up? I see Miss Michi on moderator duties. What's up, Miss Michi? Y'all show Miss Michi some love. Chef Darwin C, what's up, what's up? Khaled Yama from the UK. What's up, Khaled? Damian Cox, songs like Just the Two of Us, Lean on Me, will put at the all-time greats music-wise. Yes, I will put. George from Greensboro, North Carolina. What's up, George Ward? Black Cyber Network. What it do? Yeah, I saw that documentary on Bill Withers, Freddie Hubbard. Yeah, it is a great documentary. I saw it about a year or so ago. Great, great documentary. Some elderly family of mine put me up on game to check it out. So if y'all get a chance, make sure y'all check that out, man. And Bill Withers is actually in the documentary and he's giving game, he's talking. He talks about why he left the entertainment industry at the height of his career. Think about what I'm saying, family. Think about whatever it is that you do, right? Whatever it is you do, or whatever it is that you want to do, and you're at the height of your career. You're in your prime. You're getting the money. You're getting the accolades. You're getting the material stuff that comes with it. You're getting the attention. And then one day you just walk away. Just, I don't want it no more. You just walk away. I mean, and never come back. I'm talking about never, he never toured again. He would come out and do a little special when people would beg him, like, Bill, please, we need you to come in. He'd come out every now and then like a specialist and get down. But Bill Withers, this dude, he walked away at the height of his career. That right there tells you what type of person he is right there. And he wasn't a dummy. He didn't just walk away and then, you know, lose all his money and end up back broke in West Virginia somewhere. You know, he took his money, made his investments and took care of his business, and he lived a very good, comfortable life. He went into the industry, got what he needed from the industry, and then he fell back. Very admirable dude. DeAndre Mosley, I see New Orleans in the building. Derek Lewis says, anyone who lost a loved one to drug and alcohol should listen to Better Off Dead, R.I.P. Bill Withers. Let me look that up right quick. I'm not familiar with that song. Better Off Dead. I think I vaguely remember it though, Better Off Dead. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She'd say, Billy, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass, grandma's hands. Mm-hmm. See, a lot of y'all don't know. Teddy Riley and Blackstreet used the sample of Grandma's Hands on, what was that song called? Yo Diggity? I like the way you work it, no diggity. Is it no diggity? I can't remember. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's what they use. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Grandma's Hands. Yeah, I'm gonna check this Better Off Dead after the broadcast. Family, this is what I want to do. I want to read y'all the lyrics to Use Me. And I'll share you, not Use Me, but Just the Two of Us. Oh man, Just the Two of Us. I'll share the screen with y'all. This is, I mean, when I say genius, this is genius. Okay, here we go. I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you. Come on, man. Man, who making that kind of music, man? These people don't know how to put words. They're not putting words together like this. They don't even take time to even think about stuff like this. He said, we look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all it is, and it don't make no flowers grow. Good things might come to those who wait, but not for those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. Let's go back, family. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all it is. And it don't make no flowers grow. That wasted water don't make no flowers grow. Man, dude was sitting there, just, it's really like some deep thought, but it's interwoven with just common talk, right? You know, just a person, because you can imagine, you know, your grandmother, you know, or your grandfather saying something like that, like, you know, baby, you know, wasted water is all it is. It don't make no flowers grow. You know, or wasted water don't make flowers grow. You know what I'm saying? Heavy. I hear the crystal raindrops fall on the windows down the hall, and it becomes the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I want to be the one with you. Woo, man. What a great time for music. The 60s and the 70s and the 80s to some extent. I mean, it was just the greatest time in music. And when I say 60s, I mean more like late 60s, mid to late 60s, which was really around the civil rights era, right? Great time, man. Great time for music. Great time to listen to the radio. Great time. Let's go to Use Me. Let's go to the Use Me lyrics. My friends feel it's their appointed duty. They keep trying to tell me all you want to do is use me. But my answer, yeah, to all that use me stuff, I want to spread the news that if it feels this good getting used, you just keep on using me until you use me up. Now, his brother steps in, you know, because his brother loves him. So his brother got to speak on it. He said, my brother sit me right down and he talked to me. He told me that I ought to not let you just walk on me. And I'm sure he meant well. Yeah, but when I talk was through, I said, brother, if you only knew, you'd wish that you were in my shoes. You just keep on using me until you use me up. All right, now you're finna bring it home, fam. This, out the park, third verse. Sometimes it's true, you really do abuse me. You get me in a crowd of high-class people, and then you act real rude to me. But oh, baby, 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 when you love me, I can't get enough. I want to spread the news that if it feels this good getting used, girl, you just keep on using me until you use me up. And then he brings it all the way home and says, talking about you using people, it all depends on what you do. It ain't too bad the way you're using me, because I sure am using you to do the things you do. Listen, family, when people say use me, a lot of times people associate somebody saying, oh, you being used, he's using you, you know, you trying to use me. They think of that in a negative way. I don't. I think we all use each other for something. Maybe it's love, companionship, money, friendship, laughs, therapy, counseling. You know, sometimes you got to call your buddy, your friend, somebody that's just gonna listen to you talk, right? I believe that If you cannot be used, you are useless. I don't have a problem with being used. I don't want to be misused. See, big difference. So if someone can't use you, then they're probably not going to want to have anything to do with you, right? So I don't see a big problem with being used, but let's go to that last. Let's go to the last line of the lyrics. Let's cover the last line where he slammed the door shut, put the nail in the coffin, bam, indisputable. Talking about you using people, it all depends on what you do. It ain't too bad the way you're using me, because I show him using you to do the things you do. You see? Bill told you. It ain't too bad the way you're using me. Hey, I'm using you to do things you do. Whatever it is that you do for me, I'm using you for that. So fair exchange ain't robbery. I caught this way when I was like, probably was like 20. You know, I wasn't that sharp. I mean, I wish I'd have caught it when I was a teenager, but I didn't. I caught it when I was about 20 years old. Because a lot of times you hear things in public and you hear people saying things, and a lot of times those people's societal norms get projected on the you, and you pick up some of that stuff. So when you hear people say, oh, they're using you, or you get used, or whatever, you think of that in a negative manner. Well, by the time I got about 20, I figured it out. Use me, and I'm gonna use you to do the things you do. You dig what I'm saying? Oh man, we're talking about great, great lyrics. Let's go to Grandma's Hands. Let's go to Grandma's Hands. I don't know how to spell grandma. Bill Withers, Grandma's Hands. Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday mornings. Who can dispute that? Especially if you're a Black person growing up in the United States of America. Who can dispute that Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday morning? Right there, you already got everybody's attention. Grandma's hands played the tambourine so well. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She'd say, Billy, don't you run too fast. Might fall on a piece of glass, might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands soothed the local unwed mother. Grandma's hands used to ache sometimes and swell. Grandma's hands used to lift her face and tell her. She'd say, baby, Grandma understands that you really love that man. Put yourself in Jesus' hands, Grandma's hands. You know Grandma did it. Grandma's hands used to hand me a piece of candy. Grandma's hands picked me up each time I fell. Grandma's hands, boy, they really came in handy. She'd say, Maddie, don't you whip that boy. What you want to spank him for? He didn't drop no apple core, but I don't have Grandma anymore. If I get to heaven, I'll look for Grandma's hands. And Bill Withers was a genius, man. He was a lyrical genius. I mean, he threw a curveball on us on that last piece because he's like going in and he's just talking about, you know, Grandma's hands. First of all, just to make a song called Grandma's Hands, you know, you can talk about, most people would just make a song about grandma, right? most people wouldn't like focus on grandma's hands. So he took made a whole song off of just one body part or two, her hands. He's talked about her hands. All of the things that grandma's hands go through, the healing, the nurturing, the pain, the struggle, it's all in grandma's hands. That dude has some insight, man. That's that Prince level thinking, going deep, right? So he talked about all of that, how grandma's hands would issue out a warning and soothe the local unwed mother and all that stuff. And then, it looks like he's going to continue along that same path. In the third verse, in the third and final verse. But he said, grandma's hands used to hand me piece of candy. Okay, if you're talking about grandma's hands, that's something grandma's hands do. So, once you get the idea to write a song about grandma's hands, and you talk about all the things grandma's hands do. So, okay, so now we got that. Okay, now we kind of expect that grandma's hands would do something like that. So we're not so surprised. Grandma's hand picked me up each time I fell. Okay, true. Okay, expected. Grandma's hands, boy, they really came in handy. She said, Maddie, don't you whoop that boy. What you want to spank him for? He didn't drop no apple core. Grandma came to his defense. Grandma's hands came to his defense, saved him from a butt whooping. And then he threw that curve. He said, but I don't have grandma anymore. If I get to heaven, I'll look for grandma's hands. Oh man, dude, this dude. Woo, man. Let's go to Lovely Day. That's not where I want to be. I want to be on AG. I want to get over here. Okay, I actually covered Lovely Day to an extent, so we don't have to go there. But I do want to go to Lean on Me, which is perhaps my all-time favorite. Maybe Grandma's Hands are Lean on Me. That's a toss-up for me. I don't know. You probably throw a few more in there, could be my #1 all-time Bill Withers song. Okay, so Lean on Me. Sometimes in our lives, think about what I'm saying. As I read these lyrics, family, think about the people in your life that connects you to these lyrics. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. If we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. That's paying it forward. Bill Withers was paying it forward 40 years ago. He said, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. This is something that I learned early on again, that there's always tomorrow. Just keep waking up. And no matter what you're going through, right now, a lot of us are going through a lot right now. Some of us are losing loved ones in the middle of this crisis, like Bill Withers' family recently did. And it might seem like this hump is going to be hard to get over. It may seem like the walls are caving in, you have nowhere to go. But if you think about it, think about whatever you're going through, whatever it is, you think you can't get through it. Think about all of the things you went through in the past that you got through, that you didn't think you would be able to get through. Right now, if you were playing baseball, you'd be batting 1,000%. That's damn good. That's perfect. You've gotten through every single crisis in your life that you didn't think you could survive. Every single one of them you survived. You're alive right now, you listening to this broadcast, every single crisis you've ever experienced in your life, you've survived. So think about that if that's where you are right now. Or if it happens in the future, which if you keep waking up, tragedy will strike again. You will find yourself in a crisis situation. You will find yourself in a struggle situation. You will find yourself where a friend betrayed your trust. Perhaps a love interest went separate ways. Maybe you lost a promotion, didn't get the promotion, lost your job. Car got repoed, house got repoed, whatever. But keep waking up. And these problems become like objects in your rearview mirror. You notice how when you're driving and you see something right behind you, and the further you drive, as long as you're smashing that gas, that object gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until at one point, you don't even see the object anymore. That's the way life problems are. You just got to keep on waking up and moving forward. Then one day you wake up, you're like, think about some of the things you went through. You be like, man, I can't believe I was tripping like that. Man, I was about to end it all. I was tripping. Let's finish. He said, please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow. For no one can feel those of your needs that you won't let show. I thought the lyrics were, those are your needs that you won't mention. Maybe that's somewhere else down in here. Okay, so now swallowing your pride and asking for help, you know, if you need something to borrow, that's different from begging. Beggar is the person that has no intention on paying back, has no intention on it being a fair exchange of services, bartering something. The beggar is the person who wants something for nothing. When he says swallow your pride in this situation, pride is a good thing. In fact, pride prevents a lot of people from just going out there and being reckless and doing stupid stuff and begging or whatever. It makes them get up and go grind and go hustle and, you know, pave out a better life for themselves. But so swallowing your pride is not to be confused with becoming an habitual beggar, okay? But sometimes the best of us, we find ourselves in a jam and we have to swallow our pride and ask for help. Now, if you got friends who can help you, you got family members who can help you in your time of need, and they refuse to, you have to question your relationship. Again, I'm not talking about you going to them as a beggar or somebody who's always in a jam, always got issues, but we're talking about rare situation. And maybe I'm saying somebody in a position who could help you, where it don't hurt them. You have to question that relationship. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Let's go down here. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share the load if you just call me. And then he's just saying, you just keep on reminding, just call me, call me, call me. If you need a friend, call me. I'm right up the road. I'll share the load. That's a friend. That's a friend. You stuck out on the highway somewhere a whole hour away from home. You call your friend in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you tell them, look, man, I'm stuck. Damn car broke down. I don't know, I got a flat. I don't have a spare, and there's no record drivers around here, and I don't have AAA. Can you come through? Can you come give me a sense, somebody? While that person is talking, if you're a real friend, you need to be putting your clothes on while they're talking. As soon as you say, I'm stuck, already rising up, putting clothes on. Already putting the clothes on before you even finish. You damn near, before you even finish, by the time you get the directions, you can grab the keys, boom, you're in the car. That's true friendship. Again, we're not talking about a beggar. We're talking about someone who finds themselves in a rare position of needing you as a friend, needing your assistance as someone who is supposed to be a family member or a friend who they're close to. So Bill Withers' music, man, it's just, it hits home. I mean, like, it's really damn near like a blueprint for life. If you just listen to these songs and apply these songs to your life, you could be a pretty damn good person. You would be a pretty damn good person if you had, the mentality of these songs, these words. Now, you ain't gotta, be perfect with it, but damn, if you can just apply some of this stuff, I would say that you would be a pretty good person. So let me get back over to chat, see what you guys are saying. I'm right up the road. I'll share your load. Serena says, Lean On Me is my favorite. Yeah, that Lean On Me something else. I like when, was it En Vogue who remixed it? Was that En Vogue? I think En Vogue did it, and somebody else did it like in the 80s. They put it in the club. That was pretty dope. I can't remember the name of the, yeah, somebody else did it. Let me see, who was that? Let me see, let's see, who was this? The name of the group was Club Nouveau, that's it. That's it. They did it. They was dope with it. They put it in the club. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody. Club Nouveau. Yeah. Okay, I got y'all. Appreciate you, Derek Mallory, Cynthia Reed. Gary Johnson. Yeah, man. Hi, family. I'll let you guys get back to your day. But I just wanted to congregate with y'all, and, just bring everybody together and let everybody kind of like, not necessarily vent, but, express yourselves, Bill Withers was a huge loss, not just for the music industry, but Bill Withers, his death, is a loss for humanity. Great soul. He was a great soul. You talk about, influence, music sampled everywhere. Like, hey, damn near no artist out there who hasn't sampled a Bill Withers song. Yeah, no other. It's probably not an artist out there, period, who hasn't sampled a Bill Withers song. It says that Bill Withers is survived by his wife, Marcia, and children, son, Todd, and daughter, Corey. Highlights of his career included winning the Grammy Awards for Ain't No Sunshine in '71, Just the Two of Us in '81, and Lean on Me in '87. So those other songs that didn't win, that didn't get in there, like didn't get the Grammy, I would love to know what songs beat them out. So we're talking about like Lovely Day, like what song beat out Lovely Day? What song beat out Grandma's Hands? I want to know. I want to know. That had to be a bad song. But Bill had a string of hits in the 70s and 80s. And, he had a tough childhood. And here's something that a lot of people don't know. He had a stutter that made it hard for him to make friends. His grandmother raised him after his father died when he was just 13 years old. But he had that stutter. So think about that. This man had a stutter that made it hard for him to make friends, and he pushed through it and became a legend. He also was in the Navy. He had an interesting life, He had a very interesting life. So he was in the Navy, he joined the Navy when he was 17, and he was there for 6 years. He decided to pursue a music career. He bought himself a guitar from the pawn shop and started recording demos of his tunes. In '71, he signed a record deal with Sussex Records. That's where he put out his first album, Just As I Am, which included the hit Ain't No Sunshine. So dude came out the gate swinging for the fences. Yeah, so major loss. Major loss. Major loss. Bill Withers. So if I didn't mention that he died of heart complications, Yeah, he died of heart complications. Bill Withers' family, dead at 81 years old, gone, but never, ever, ever forgotten. R.I.P. Bill Withers. No more talk.